Cybot.
Alright, Fine Ninja 45, if you could go to my stream real quick to see if you can hear my audio.
Being a ghost must be lonely.
The darkness is my friend.
How's that denial working for you?
Alright, this is my guy, Star Platinum, aka Noob.
Oh, did I mention that if I still have the notification for Annabelle review?
Oh, that's funny.
Mainly because I'm keeping it there. I can hear you now.
Okay, so I must have to edit my thing then.
Yeah.
It's the one bad thing when the system decided to reset. Anyway, you didn't miss too much at the beginning, Mothra. It was, if anybody tunes in early in the stream, it was just me talking about what's happened since the update, but, hopefully when 45 comes back in here, me and him can talk about basketball. But until then, we do have Fire Ninja and Hero K Chimera Gaming as well, so. And I got the severed head of Jackie Briggs. Yay.
The severed head of a boring character?
Yep.
Woohoo.
That would be right on that one. By the way, if anybody else gets affected by the update of 6.71, don't worry, I'll feel you pain. I still kind of feel sorry for the one guy who said he lost 50 plus hours of God of War. That would make me cry. And looks like you do get a few skins for this. Looks like you get 3 skins and 2 cosmetic combat card icon and combat pack. So it is nice they did do a holiday one, because that was one of the big things I liked in the last get in Mortal Kombat X, or the holiday themed towers.
Shall come.
So I'm kind of hoping they continue that with some of the other ones this month. Anyway, don't forget tomorrow we will probably be starting Prototype 1. And once Evil Within is done doing its update and I get all the DLC, I'll be going to Evil Within 1. Now, I should say this, and I'll probably repeat it in Evil Within 1. I have played Evil Within 1, but the last time I played it and the last time I actually got a trophy for the game was back in 2015. So it's been about 4 years. In better words, I'm probably not going to remember how to play the game, and I'm probably going to lose my damn mind. So, yay. And by the way, I did hear while I was gone that Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman are now are going to be doing like writing stuff or something for Raw and SmackDown. Apparently, my stepdad told me that Braun Strowman put Lashley through the Titantron and it blew up.
My greatness.
So I might actually have to DVR Raw tonight. Watch Raw tomorrow when I'm letting shit update.
I thought I'd get to
Don't forget tomorrow is the free games. What in the? Why are the fireworks? Oh yeah, it is 4th of July.
What did you expect?
Nothing.
Potato?
Yeah, I did expect a potato.
Why?
Because I like potatoes.
Some freedom fries?
Yeah, because it's America time. America! Oh, crap. Come on, Shao Kahn. You gotta stay alive for America. You're a true American hero.
Oh, Doug, just in case you were wondering, Johnny owns Virginia now.
Wait, what?
Johnny owns Virginia now.
Why does he own Virginia?
Because he owns Virginia.
That makes no damn sense.
And North Korea. And Russia.
Oh, God. You guys must have been playing one of those silly games again.
Silly games. This is real life.
And we have completed the second of the fourth.
I took Michigan to kill Sam.
4th of July towers. So we beat
To
Casey.
imprison him forever.
We beat Jacqueline, we beat Casey. What's odd is you don't get a skin for Sonya on this one. You beat. Okay, Sonya's skin is called heel turn. So Ronda Rousey became a heel before John Cena.
Ronda Rousey was a heel before Cena.
Yeah, I know. Now in this case, it would be Sonya Blade's heel before John Cena. Come on, Star Platinum. Okay, this one's got rockets. Well, in that case, I'm just going to disable the rockets, because, you know, the only ones who are allowed to use rockets are Team Rocket, and Jax is not a member of Team Rocket. That I know of.
And soon, hopefully, Raw will start.
What's everyone doing?
Hey, 45, welcome. I'm streaming tonight.
Johnny, you own Virginia, right?
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to explain to me the joke about what's going on with that silly game you guys were
Tell
talking
Doug
about.
what to do.
That ain't gonna happen.
Huh?
You're commander.
I ain't gonna listen to him.
Okay, so we basically drafted. So we started by drafting each state from west to east, then we eventually keep draft countries.
That just sounds silly.
And maybe it is silly, but fun.
But Johnny owns you now.
I'm sorry, he's
Don't
not
worry,
a woman, so no, he does not.
Don't worry, I also own Mott State and Light State. I own the Free State.
I own Mayhem State. In Canada.
And Jax is dead. It is
Johnny
Monday,
decided he was
July
gonna own all the communist countries, though, except Vietnam.
Anyway, let's talk about things that are actually important. The NBA draft, the NBA free agency.
That's not important.
It is for
It
sports
is important
fans.
to me.
Nope.
By the way, I will say this, Mr. 45, did you see Stephen A. Smith literally cry because the Knicks failed so hard?
I don't watch ESPN, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, go to ESPN's YouTube page. All it is him ranting and bitching and going off for like 10 minutes.
Sounds like Doug.
I know, the Mavericks kind of did okay in free agency. The big one is obviously the Nets, getting Kevin Durant, even though, and this is where the issue becomes, the Knicks didn't want him because it looks like, because he's getting his Achilles repaired, so most likely he won't be here for this coming season. The Brooklyn still gave him a max contract, knowing that he probably won't be available for until 2021 season. The Knicks didn't want to do that. So instead of just signing him, knowing that you'll have him for 2021, you're going to stink the first year, you decided to not sign anybody at all. By the way, the Nets also got Kyrie Irving as well, so the Brooklyn Nets are dominating in the free agency market. Now it's time to beat up Sonya Blade.
Jazz got a decent small forward in Bojan Bogdanovic. A little bit of an ideal situation I had for the Jazz. Decent enough, yes.
It's kind of weird. I thought the 4th of July title would have been a little bit more crazy, but guess that's what I get for thinking.
Yep. I'm not doing shit on 4th of July.
I probably would just be letting stuff download most of the night until it's time for... until I decide to do another stream, which will most likely be Prototype, or even within one, hopefully. And Moth, I think you can hear me now. Apparently my stream thing, since the system had to be reset, I had to put everything back to normal. And of course, Sonya's actually just like a communist. That's hilarious.
I won't be the one who scars you.
Killing you will make sure of that.
Man, she's dressed like you?
No, she's like you.
Sorry, but I'm not a communist like you.
Oh, God. That joke needs to die a death already. Oh, really? They're gonna say, son, you got that in before I could, Son, you a bitch. But now you're dead. for hooked, it's... Wait, what? Oh, never mind. I'll just uppercut your head. I thought you were dead, Sonya. You almost caught me on that one. Well, it's not really... Well, if you're not down your drink, he doesn't know any better, Moth. He's a little kid. Don't forget, tomorrow is the 2 games you can get for free, the soccer game and the racing game. You might actually see me try to do a multiplayer match with one of these guys for the soccer game, and we're going to try to figure out how to actually play soccer, or as it's known in the rest of the world, football. Granted, I'll be honest, I probably will fail at it miserably. Okay, why is Scorpion dressed up as Echo Sam in that icon? Okay, that icon's just a little weird. I'm just saying, it's a little weird. Alright. We're gonna do this tower, we'll do one here, and then we're gonna go to the crypt for a while, children. We're going to play as Mr. 45 for this match, and the first one he takes on is the Bug Bitch Devourer. Doesn't that make you feel special? You get to beat up a bug. Because bugs are disgusting. Well, that's actually the scariest thing I've heard today, Moth. So thank you for that. That makes me not want to watch Monday Night Raw now.
Pray for peace, Kung Lao.
I say that because of who Alexa Bliss just lost to. That's just now. Just now. I'm waiting for Fire Ninja to go. Why?
What the hell is going to be the odds that the NHL gets a lockout?
Well, if the NHL gets a lockout, well, we're boned.
Yeah, because did you see the ridiculous contracts that some players get?
I have. Granted, at least with them, I can say they kind of deserve it, unlike NFL players, since NFL players only do 1 game a week, where the NHL guys do at least 4 to 5 games a week. Ooh, Boca Jaw. Now, we'll say there's a certain game that my family wants to get for me called Dollhouse, which if I do pick that up, or if they do get it for me, I have no choice but to let's play that by orders of my family. Simply because it has the one thing I'm afraid of the most. Mannequins/dolls.
Fatality.
It's probably why I do like to go see the Annabelle films, just because it does have the... And before somebody says, how can you be afraid of dolls? If anyone see those human-like dolls that a lot of people collect, you know, those ones that almost look like people kind of deal? And the eyes look like they're following you? I'm sure most everyone's grandparents probably have some of those kind of dolls. He says Raw has been better than usual. That's probably because of who's in charge now, I guess. I would presume, anyway. Oh, that was just disgusting. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me with the third hour. And the Orioles lose again. What else is new?
In other news, the grass is indeed green.
Also in other news, the sky is blue.
I need to check the. I need to check the Nationals one today. No, they didn't play today.
And that's probably a good thing.
Tomorrow they play the Marlins. Yeah, at least we're back over 500.
Good night, Shang-Tsung.
Clearly, I'm better. Kung Lao wins.
Kamal, all truths dance partner versus Nikki Cross. Oh, great. That's something to watch for Monday Night Raw. No thanks. Speaking of wrestling, I don't know if I Ninja saw this or not. The chair shot heard around the world at AEW's event. I actually have no problem with the chair shot personally, because I've looked at it. It was an accidental shot to the back of the head. It's nothing on purpose. Let's go to the crypt real quick while we have some time. So much time is left in that particular tower. 30 minutes. Oh, we got time. Let's go to the crypt and see my friends. Thank you for being dead. Gonna steal some gold in the crypt tonight. Doug has lost his mind. By the way, the only things I have installed right now is Mortal Kombat 11, One Piece World Seeker, Crash Nitro Fueled Racing, Omiwasha, Back to the Future, what the hell, My Hero Academia, Prototype, Evil Within, but it's got to sit through its update, Gang Beast, and Human Fall Flat. So at least this coming Friday we'll probably be streaming Gang Beast or Human Fall Flat. Don't ask me which one yet, because I don't know. You guys can have your own guesses in the comment section. This. Use this again. Because why not? By the way, in the news of the wheel today while I was out taking care of stuff, apparently there's a second Jumanji film coming out. Can somebody explain to me why there's a second one when I didn't think that many people enjoyed the remake or reboot of the franchise? Granted, I do know there's a Jumanji video game coming out on PS4, so yay. I would say it does feel nice to get back to streaming again after this past weekend. I'm sure if me or Wicked would have been recording me going crazy with the 6.71 update, everybody would have probably saw me literally acting like a crazy wild man. More wild than Mark Marrow. And man, Hollis is not having an easy time getting back in here, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently this is probably because Canada won the NBA championship and Canada still hasn't recovered its internet.
Oh, it's your favorite. Speaking of Canada, it's your favorite holiday today.
I know it is Canadian Day. So to the greatest wrestler of all time, Lance Storm, happy Canadian Day.
I'd have to disagree. I do not think he's the greatest Canadian wrestler of all time.
Fuck you.
I'm just saying.
It ain't Bret Hart.
I wouldn't say Bret Hart either.
I can't say Earnhardt because he's dead, so...
Wow. Really?
Yes, I went there. Since Heartless, I don't know if you watched my pickups from too many games or anything, but I actually had Tommy Dreamer sign my Sega Dreamcast copy of the ECW wrestling game.
That was released on Dreamcast?
It was. He was shocked. He was like, somebody actually bought this on Dreamcast? You know it's pretty bad when you can get a wrestler to be like, I can't believe that came out on Dreamcast. I can't believe somebody bought it.
Did Fire Ninja walk away or something? Or is he hiding?
He decided to go tiptoe through the tulips. Yeah, that joke was bad. I apologize.
But yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I don't blame him for being surprised.
Yeah, everybody else wanted him to just sign pictures or trading cards. I'm like, he's like, what do you have to sign for me? I pull that up and everyone's like, looks at me like, what the fuck is that?
Well, I've heard some stories of like some really obscure stuff that Desk taking to the events.
He does. There's a lot of
like if someone gives
stuff.
a voice on one episode of a season or something, then he'll
yeah.
What?
Trust me, if I could have went to the Richmond Comic-Con thing, granted they wanted way too much money just to go for a day, I'd have probably took all my Hero Academia stuff and had the cast sign it. But at least that would have made sense.
I think the last time I went to a con like that was when they had one at Niagara Falls. And
the Canadian part of Niagara Falls or the Buffalo part of Niagara Falls?
The good part.
So, Buffalo.
No, the Canadian part. So, at the convention center, there was this guy. I'm trying to remember what movie it was. It was a remake of something, and the guy wasn't even in the movie. And he still signed it.
Excuse me, that was mighty nice of him.
I don't remember who it was.
Alright, alright, I probably should equip that, because that'll give me some health back in this match. Definitely equip the blood rockets. And equip the Venom Lace missiles.
I remember now. It was Jean-Claude Van Damme, I think it was.
Oh goodness, there's a name I haven't heard in a while.
And the guy wanted him to sign a Street Fighter 2. And the story of Chung-Li, the stupid bad sequel.
Oh god, that film was bad. I mean, as much as I know a lot of people hated Street Fighter the movie, at least that's got a nice cheesy charm to it where you can actually enjoy it. Mostly because of who played M. Bison. If it wasn't for that, I don't think it would be as quietly remembered.
I think the problem with Super Street Fighter.
Oh, you're in now.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who the other tag team I was gonna make. I gotta look at my roster again.
Did anybody draft the Rock and Roll Express?
I did.
Did anybody draft the Jersey Triad?
Who's the Jersey Triad?
Bam Bam Bigelow, Canyon, and DDP.
Well,
Hi, Bam Bam Bigelow.
I did not draft Canyon because he was not in the game, and there were very piss poor models this year.
Yeah, Miles can attest because me and Fire Ninja were doing a universe, but it was mostly me on that one. I think when we got done, the final Raw I did, my champions, Vader lost the title to Andre the Giant, who joined the NWO.
Why?
Because I was going batshit crazy. Hall and Nash were the tag team champions. The U.S. champion was Rick the Model Montel.
Why?
I always liked Rick the Model. DDP was the television champion. As a matter of fact, the only one not to lose the belt was DDP, because he was successfully defended it against everybody. And the Cruiserweight champion, oh god, that thing kept bouncing off between Adam Cole, Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho, and Steamboat.
Whoa. Oh. Stop.
My women's
Stop
champion,
right
who
there.
the fuck was my women's champion?
Sonya Deville.
Sonya Deville, yeah.
Mainly because I don't think she ever defended it.
No, she never did. She never got a chance to. And I wasn't doing what I did in the previous universe me and Fire Ninja did, where I was just pushing the Miz and making him the focal point, making him like Jeff Jarrett of TNA, you know?
Oh, why would you do that?
Because I wanted to fuck with people this time. What was weird was I even had the Mega Powers, and I had a feud going with the NWO versus Savage and Hogan. Because I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna change things up. Because if I had Sting, I would have had Sting be joining the NWO. But I'm like, oh, the Giants a good replacement.
Why would you do that?
Because I was gonna do shit the backwards way.
Okay, so for tag team number 1, is the name of the tag team is Doing It for the People.
I don't want to know.
Rikishi and Roman Reigns. Because I didn't hear Heartless, so I just guessed. What was it, Heartless?
It was Rikishi.
Uh-huh.
And
The Rock.
The Rock.
I
So you're
never
doing it
want
for the
anybody to
people.
say my tag teams on my universe were fucking stupid.
Why? You don't like that? Come on, that's my comedy team. And they're just gonna feud in mid-cards.
See, my kind of comedy team, if I ever would have got to it and we got back to it, was going to end up being Glacier. Yes, I had Glacier on my universe. I actually have a soft spot for Glacier. I'm the first one to admit that.
You see what I mean by this?
Hey, we all have that one wrestler that we know was crap, but we still loved anyway. For me, it's Glacier.
My problem with Glacier is he was put in programs with more talented individuals than him, and stories aren't there.
And that's what Doug did too.
Well, I tell people, Glacier's biggest uses, I wouldn't even say it was his talent. He unfortunately came out right in the time where the lines of being a heel and face were blurred.
Go with Kyle O'Reilly and Roger Strong.
Really?
Yep, because I'm looking at, I think it would be quite comedic to see Rikishi doing guitars coming down the ring.
Red Dragon is not happy with you right now.
Starting. It's starting. It's starting. The Rock just has a smug look and... No, okay, well, I forgot about the logo for that. I forgot about the other PBA look.
$1 million moves.
Yeah, it's the prime time players, I think.
And Drake Maverick wins the 24/7 title again.
Yeah, it
well,
is.
that's great for him.
Don't you want to see them do that?
Millions of dollars.
I only wanted to see him winning and then lose it at his wedding in a most effed up way. I still say, at the wedding, it should have been, right? He thinks he's about to kiss his wife, but under the veil is all truth in a wedding dress. That would have been the perfect comedy skit, but no. Gotta be all serious.
I think the way they did it was fine. The way they did it was fine.
It was fine, but I'm like, if this is supposed to be the comical title, which is supposed to be, you could have had more fun with it. I'm like, there was no wedding cake being destroyed. I'm like, what the fuck? Destroy the cake.
Wait, no. Wait, let's see.
Alright, we're gonna do some AI battle.
There you go, you can have Rikishi serenade the Rock.
Oh dear God, well, there's the Nightmare on Elm Street show. Good folks, good night.
What the hell is that?
Say in English.
Oh, for Rusev Day. Oh, okay. I was like,
We do not speak of Adam
like,
English.
I'm doing this. We're doing it. Doing it for the people.
We're doing it for The Rock.
Actually, if you do this statistic, it would be better if The Rock is doing this. Because it almost looks like you smell what The Rock is cooking. And then he goes, guess who my partner is?
It's
Rikishi.
Bobby Lashley.
Wait a minute, Rikishi's been beat up in the back. Who's gonna come out to save The Rock?
And
Wait a
of
minute.
course you
Wait
gotta
a minute.
use the people's theme.
I don't believe it. Look at it. It's Nia Jax who just tripped into a quad.
Exactly.
There we go.
And it's Titan time. All the templates should be The Rock.
I was gonna see them singing, going "Kumbaya, my lord."
Oh, make it so it's like one of those things where it's like, where it doesn't seem like it's a tag team partner thing and then he announces who it is.
Yeah. All the time. Every time there's a tag match. Guess who my partner is?
Even though everyone knows who it is at that point. It's like, it doesn't matter. I'm doing it anyways. For the people.
Yeah. For the people.
Instead of Rikishi coming out, it's DDP. You can have the two people's champs.
No. I have other plans for DDP.
Let me guess, he's gonna get Big Show to do yoga, and they're gonna become Big Yoga, become the tag team champions.
No, I'm not gonna make Diamond Dallas show. Although that's a great name for a tag team. My plans for DDP will be pretty much obvious after the first when the A show broadcasts, not the B show.
Wait, it's showing Rikishi's movie.
I'm a fat man.
I don't know, it's The Rock.
It's so funny when you come out with this.
And then you get that in The Rock.
I'm a fat
Well, I mean, it
man.
kind of works for one reason. Because nothing's... nothing's there at the start.
Yeah, that works. That works. But all the music should be...
The Rock.
Should be The Rock, yeah.
for the people.
How did I miss that one? Oh, I gotta hold it. Okay.
Are they gonna show up on SmackDown tomorrow?
Well, we're gonna see what happens when they get SmackDown.
And a torch wrecked by Shao Kahn.
Are you excited for Shang Tsung?
Yeah, I actually already got his ending, and I played as him in one of the last games I did before I went up to too many games.
I still need to do
What,
that.
what's the next DLC? Smoke?
No, looks like if it's presumably
Sindel, or no.
it's Nightwolf, and then
Yeah, it's
Spawn,
Nightwolf and then
Sindel,
yeah.
and then it's the two hidden ones, but everyone's
Guess
probably already
ones.
figured out it's gonna be Ash from Evil Dead and the Terminator. Which, the only reason I can understand why they're doing the Terminator is because I think they're probably gonna release
There
his
you go.
releases right when the new film comes out. That's the only thing I think they're doing is like, WB's like, hey, we need some publicity, come on.
No, for the victory thing, is there two cool there?
Wait, what?
Is there two cool there? Why you
Oh god, he said too cool. He's gonna have Rock and Rikishi come out and dance.
No, just for the victory celebration. The victory celebration. I think they got rid of that.
The hype throws.
No, because they don't say hype, no.
Home run.
It's official. You suck.
Wait a minute.
Last names only. What's
Are you
last
kidding,
names
Moth?
only? I don't know what his last name only is.
I hope Moth is joking, because if that's the case, what was the point of having Ricochet won it?
Wait, what happened?
Apparently AJ Styles just won the US title. If that's the case, what was the fuck was the point of having Ricochet beat
Do
Samoa
you want
Joe?
to see Rikishi hump the air?
Slap that booty, Rock. Slap that booty, because you love his booty holes.
Nah. Keep going. There's gotta be something better.
Let's see what Rusev Day is. Like,
Oh god. It's probably, please let it be Rikishi on the mic, please. It's Rusev Day.
yeah.
It's Rikishi
The
Day.
Sammy and Kevin show.
Oh, they're pouring a dusty finish for that US title. Apparently, Mob said, but Ricochet's foot was under the rope, and then they had a second ref come out.
No, they're not gonna be the Bushwhackers. No way.
Oh yes, please. That would be great.
They're the shining stars.
Would you like to come to Florida or the Samoan Islands?
Wait, which is the original Rusev? That one is, or no, is it?
I think they're both the same. They have to be the other one.
Death becomes. Round 2, fight.
Yeah,
Whenever
that's.
they go shh is the new one.
Yeah. Well, you can tell because of the energy that one has.
So the dead
Yeah,
monk.
they all that. What else we got there on that? And no, we're not going with Wolverine.
Full class siblings.
Not the Wyatt either. That makes no sense. And Ziggler and McIntyre, I don't even think that makes sense.
Yeah, that doesn't really work at all.
You can do the brothers hardcore, which is basically the Dudleys.
You suck.
Get the table, Rikishi.
Don't tell Rikishi that, because he might go to the buffet table and eat.
Hey, I'd
There
go to
you
the
go.
buffet table and eat.
We'll make The Rock Zelina Vega.
And then
No.
The Rock's gonna have to be like, it's time to make a change to your fucking diet.
Breezango.
Oh yes, da 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 da. It's Dancing Force 2.0. Da 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 da.
Let's see Brother Concord, see if it's even close to what I'm thinking of.
Alright, let's do some AI battles real quick, because we are in the top 11, but we're gonna do a
that's
few
all
more
it
to
is.
try to get into the top 10-ish.
It's like, hey, it's 3D. 3D. Is he gonna punch him and tell him to get the table?
I think if Rock punches Rikishi, Rock would get sucked into his fat.
It's not nice. That's not nice, Doug.
I don't give a damn if it's nice or not.
There you go. They could be the Outlaws.
No,
No,
no, no,
that's
no, no,
not
no, no, no,
Diamond
no.
New
I
Age
got it. I
Outlaws.
got the best tag team you can
No,
do.
that's Diamonds in the Rough is not.
No, 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 no.
That's,
No, that's Degenerate Renegades.
You can
Oh.
have Rikishi
Which is
team up with the Big Show and call it Team KFC.
Nah.
no. We are not making him Mick Foley.
Extreme weather conditions. They're both earthquake and typhoon.
Oh god. That would actually work if it was Big Show and fucking Rikishi. It's like, which ass do you not want to sit on you, Big Show or Rikishi?
Probably he should probably kill you.
Come on, Raiden Kirby. Come on, damn it, Raiden Kirby.
Stop going to the natural guy. And Dream Team is just Cactus Jack and DDP, so no.
Or is that Diamonds in the Rough?
No, Diamonds in the Rough should be, I think that's, Diamonds in the Rough is, I think, is the,
Rock and Sock Connection?
no, Diamonds in the Rough is the,
No.
Diamonds in the Rough, wasn't that a team in TNA that was led by
No,
Simon
because
Diamond?
that's Cactus
No, that
Jack.
who's his Dream Team? I don't know who his Dream Team is.
I don't know either.
And they're definitely not going to be Slater and Rhino. That doesn't make sense. Because The Rock's got no kids.
But Rikishi does.
Oh, and he's playing the guitar. That almost works. That almost tempting.
I got it. You can have Rikishi and The Rock feud with the Usos, and Rikishi's like, do I do it for The Rock or do I do it for my kids?
The heavy machinery. You got The Rock having a seizure.
That's almost like Hogan and Warrior being a tag team.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, The Rock. Wait, The Rock may have a seizure depending if his new Jumanji 2 film sucks. Which I can't believe. And know what the sad thing is? Because I saw the trailer for it. I'm like, so we got Danny DeVito and Danny Glover coming into this, and Danny Glover's gonna be possessing The Rock's body in the Jumanji game, and Kevin Hart is gonna be possessed by Danny Glover. What in the fuck?
What the hell is this?
It's like, hey, guess what,
Oh,
Danny
I just
Glover?
knew
I
that.
mean, Danny DeVito. You don't get to be Pikachu.
Do
You
you
get
like
to be
the
The Rock.
Slater and Rhino?
That's almost as bad as the new Twins remake. Did you hear about that one, Doug?
The what?
The new Twins remake
No.
with Chris Helmsworth and Peter Dinklage.
I can't believe they're remaking Twins. I didn't think it was good back in the 90s.
Well, they remake everything, bro.
Apparently, it's either Hollywood either remakes everything, or B, they make films that are not that good. Granted, I did enjoy Godzilla. I think I was one of the few people who enjoyed that.
What,
There
the
you
new
go.
one or the remake or the '98 remake? With
The one that just
Matthew
came out.
Broderick?
Because I
Oh,
actually
I
got to
like
see that.
Kingdom Hearts. I liked
Yeah.
it.
I gave it a 4 out of 5, and I said I can't wait to see which monster he goes up against in the next one.
Oh, it's Mothra. Oh no, Mothra died.
Yeah, I
No,
have an
Kong,
idea. It
Kong.
could be King Kong, but
Yeah.
if you stayed for the second end credit, the second part of the ending after the credits, it could be somebody else.
No, because it's rumored that King Kong vs. Godzilla is like 2020 or 2021.
Yeah, they've been trying to get Godzilla vs. King Kong for a while.
Oh yeah, they've been trying to
They
do that
just had
for
to-
years, even back in the old
Yeah,
days.
they're trying to get the rights away from Peter Jackson, because Peter Jackson originally was planned to do a King Kong 2, which was supposed to be a direct sequel from the original remake that he did.
AJ's turned
And then
heel,
what-
well that's not a surprise, they were hinting at AJ turning heel.
Well, of course,
This one?
with this one, yeah. He did the music to make sure the rock music was playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And unfortunately what stinks about that, because me and Fine Ninja, we know from the hard way of doing the universe, the theme songs won't come up on the stream.
That's fine. That's fine. Poor Fire Ninja can suffer throughout the theme song and the entrances. There was one more other tag team. I'm just trying to remember who the other tag team was.
Ooh, I got a new katana skin. So 1-1 in the AI battles tonight. That's pretty good.
Bear and
Oh,
Blade.
I know who it is. Okay, I got new tag team.
Is this another comedy one?
It might be. It might be.
What
So,
is it called?
the name of the team is We Don't Need the Miz.
Is that just the... Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Dolph Ziggler and Bo Dallas.
Dolph Ziggler.
But think about it, that was the last time he was relevant when he was doing the IC title feud with Miz.
Yeah, but this is somebody who was at one point. These are people who at one point tag team or
Alex Riley.
and Damien 10. And
You want to...
and everyone else in the party, you're welcome. Good baby faces, by the way.
Are they coming in together?
No, they're not coming out together. No.
By the way, because it broke earlier today while I was out, I would like to say a sad goodbye to the Angels pitcher, Tyrus Sags, who was 27, who died in Texas today. That was a,
Wait,
sad.
what?
Yeah, I'm surprised you did. No one really heard about it in here. I mean, I know why Fire wouldn't, because he's not a baseball fan, but I thought you would have heard 45.
Oh no, I don't get any news really. I don't know, I've been focused with the NHL free agency today.
You mean NBA?
No, NHL.
No,
was
and-
today.
Oh, that's right. The NHL was also today too. Yeah, I forgot. But yeah, in case anybody who follows baseball who did not hear, apparently he was found in his hotel room, dead at the scene. The Angels-Rangers game was postponed today because of that, but I don't think the game means anything right now for that.
And I guess Movie Star would probably be better for the theme music.
The only thing right now is that it is not suspected that the player took his own life. But it is sad. It is. I mean, because he was 27. Okay, I'm honest. I'm 31. That kind of made me realize, wow.
Is there a specific...
No. There's nothing Miz related other than Miz and Maurice, so no, we're not gonna have them making out on SmackDown.
The
This
B
is not Raw.
team?
This is not Raw. Okay, we're not gonna do that kind of thing here.
I'm not doing that kind of thing. edit.
Yeah, I do gotta check to see how my Penguins did today in free agency, because I didn't get to really check any
So that
too
means we
much.
gotta edit.
I heard they got probably one of the worst. They got a bad contract.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not surprising. Still not as bad as probably the Knicks. As you know, the Knicks suck.
The beating got lowered.
Well, premium for the people should be higher than from the street profits at least. And we don't need to make responsibility for the people because they're...
Oh, wait.
Looks like the Cabal variation named after myself wins it for my team again.
I think that's it.
My division, we need to add... Where's what?
Oh, the Riot Squad.
And did I add a regular tag team?
I
Two
think you
more
did.
air battles to go.
Yeah, I
Oh
did.
yeah, Xavier and yeah.
Why is Safer there? New Day. Because I think I reset it back.
Remember, there is
Oh,
no
well.
such thing as resetting. It's just trying and failing,
Every
trying
time
and
there's
failing.
a trio, it kind of goes wonky. So just leave it be. Did
Makes
you
sense,
set
but-
Kofi as the tag team member? Because you might have to change that in the actual team. Because I think default he's the tag team guy.
You know what the real thing is? Because WWE's coming to almost where I live, because they're going to be in Petersburg, Virginia, in a few weeks, and they have not sold out the arena yet.
That's not weird. They've been having trouble selling out arenas for a while.
Yeah, well, if you would have told me 3 years ago that they would be having problems, I probably would have said no, but...
You've done this already. I don't know.
I know, but I'm making sure last
You ever heard? You know the hockey player Brandon Tanev?
A little bit, but not overall.
Yeah, okay.
You gotta do one more thing before
They
we
signed
start.
a bottom six.
You gotta go
I
and
know,
create
I-
a character.
Create a character.
Basically, a top.
You gotta go
Top
and edit
nine.
your Will Ospreay.
I get what you're saying, 45.
Top 9 forward. He got signed to the Penguins for 6 years, $21 million.
Ooh, that's a little bit too much money.
He's getting paid
Oh,
$1 million.
yeah, I gotta do that one.
Some bottom 6
For
forward.
Shakedown.
What are you doing? Oh,
One of the few times my Raiden Kirby variation won a match for me. Yay! Good job,
you
Kirby.
just say Raiden Kirby? Is that what you just said?
The color outfit I have in Raiden kind of makes me think of Kirby, so I call it Kirby.
So he's in all yellow, is what you're saying to me right now?
No, he's in all pink. That's right, because Hollis has been in one of my Mortal Kombat streams. Every character in here has a variation name, because you can give them different names and variations. And let's see, I'm Cabal. Fire Ninja's the Collector, because the Collector likes to be greedy. Johnny is Kun Lao. Wicked is also the Collector, because Wicked likes to collect retro games like me. Big E and Kofi are for Jax.
And I
You
gotta...
also gotta go back. You gotta go back. to
Frost is called Bitch and Fire Ninja's Baby.
No, not that section. The other section.
Shao Kahn is
This
called
section.
End of the World and Triple
That
H.
For who?
Austin.
Austin.
Now I'm gonna ask Heartless a question, because Heartless is as old as me, so he might know why I may have called Shao Kahn this. One of Shao Kahn's variations is called Hammer Man. Do you understand what I'm trying to rip off?
His bad pants.
You're closer than what everyone else is. Remember that,
Because he's got like the MC Hammer pants. They're like baggy as
kind
shit.
of.
Another knee brace.
MC Hammer, remember, had a cartoon in the 90s.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, not too many people do. Actually, every time I brought that up at ECPI, I said, I remember the Hammerman cartoon. Everybody was like, who and the what and why? It's like, wait, you guys remember the Vanilla Ice film, but you don't remember MC Hammer having a cartoon.
And what's the design on the jacket colors? The different vests?
Yeah, there's a lot of different vests.
Let's see what other awesome vests are. There's that one. Turn that around.
And that was the one he used to be forward to.
Good try, Raiden Kirby. Maybe next time.
No. DTA, no. Hated DTA. That was stupid. That one is just a rebranding of the first one. That one is just one of the I'm gonna use acronyms all over my goddamn desk. Okay, go back to the first one and just turn the skulls red. That one? Yep. That one. No, the one that just has one skull. Sorry. Still has the 316.
And the area battles, I went 3 for 2, so I not bad.
Perfect.
What about the eye thing?
No, it was good the way it was. No, is that... No. Don't fuck
Because the
around
way
with
the
eye.
eyes are... Well, the way the eyes are, it's like red on red on red.
Then go black. Can you go black? What is black? How does it look black?
Paint it black. Yeah.
That's fine. That works. Because it just works.
Now he's got red skull on him. And I gotta fix the knee brace.
Oh, I'm trying to remember when he had the red
copy.
outfit. Didn't he have red knee braces? God damn it.
Doug should know. Doug knows all these things for some reason.
For what?
Stone Cold Steve Austin when he had the red.
When he was wearing the red, when he had the black and red vest, he did have black and red knee pads, knee braces.
Which ones were red?
The knee brace part. The pad was black, but the knee braces were red. He really didn't change that much. He always had it be black pads and then red knee braces, which he didn't really wear that one that long because he know the fans liked it. I don't know if Austin did or not because he didn't wear the red one that much.
I gotta do
Which
with
is
this
unfortunate
one
because
now.
I actually enjoyed him in the red, to be honest.
I wasn't a big fan of the braces, but you know.
I wasn't
going
either,
that
but
out
when you
and
have
down,
bad knee surgeries, which by the way, Heartless, this shows you how long we haven't talked. I actually had to have knee surgery on my birthday in April.
Oh, that rough. It sucks.
Yeah, I tore my meniscus in 2 places and messed up my ACL thanks to ice in December.
Yeah, that's...
Ice? Was it ice? Was it
No, it was not Sub-Zero, unfortunately.
It was not vanilla ice?
No, unfortunately, we had a bad snowstorm in December, and it had ice, and unfortunately, the place I was working at the time, they did not close. You know, everything else around it was closed, so I had to go outside to try to shovel my driveway, and unfortunately, I slipped on the ice. What really stinks is if I would have got hurt at work, I could have got workman's comp, but because Virginia law is like, oh, if you get hurt at home trying to go to work, it's your fault.
And 1%. Which thing did I have on the roster? Do you remember?
You had a modern one. That one.
You had Kane. It's gotta be Kane.
Can we change his stupid red things to black on his face?
Paint it
That
black.
just looks stupid. I'm sorry, it just looks stupid. It's gonna bother me.
Yeah,
Let's see,
I'd
Mob has a
probably
comment.
do it.
How do you remember something like that? The negative
You want a
about
different
having
trench coat too?
The negative about
You put
having
it- yeah, probably go
memory,
red.
my brain for some reason it can't remember most logical things like math or history. But for some reason, if it's sports or video
I don't
games
think
or
you can.
wrestling, my brain remembers it.
It darkened it. That's all it did.
It's like I
That's-
can
that's
remember how
pathetic.
Brutus the Bubble Beefcake on an episode of WCW World where I took on Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Unfortunately, the Brutus
Oh, I could.
Beefcake came
Oh,
out as the
no, I
disciple,
can't.
but he had his Brutus the Bubble Beefcake clothes on.
Would you
Why
rather
are
have
you
it be a
talking about the
different
goddamn
color?
disciples?
Because unfortunately, I
you-
remember that gimmick too. I remember he was a part of the One Warrior Nation. Granted, then it would have became a two-people nation, Warrior Nation.
Okay, so let's not mess around with. We can't do anything with that. Even turning it white doesn't even get rid of it. So, what about face paint? Can we get that goatee black?
Probably with hair dye. It's all black now.
So just the jacket and be good.
Wanna know where that jacket?
Ah, come on, you bitch.
Or why is there another sleeve jacket? I don't know if there's another sleeve jacket.
There might be the. No, I can't look at him. No,
Yeah, I'm not gonna put Sting in a cape or in the egg jacket. Okay?
this one.
Oh, my face. That was my
They
face,
had
Kano.
the 90s one.
That's not the 90s one. That's Drew McIntyre's one.
I'm not
Oh,
saying
there's-
that one.
Oh,
Good night,
I think
Cabal.
it's just a trench coat. It'll be one of the trench coat ones.
Or did it have a high collar?
If you guys want to hear something weird, I was playing WWF SmackDown 1 a few nights ago. I was letting stuff re-download and update. I was like, I haven't played this game in 3 years on PS1, so I wonder who my champions were for WWF SmackDown 1.
That's what it was.
When I looked
Oh,
at
but he
the
doesn't have the scorpion.
when I looked at the champions list, I was like, what the fuck was I doing? Was I drunk?
Unless, let's see what we could do color-wise with that. The Sting jacket.
No,
to
hold
see
on.
if
Who was? I'm sorry. Who was your
Champions in SmackDown 1?
Yeah.
Okay, women's champion was Chyna. Remember, SmackDown 1 didn't have a lot of women's characters.
Uh huh.
My hardcore champion was Farouk.
Uh huh.
My tag team champions was Test and Mark Henry.
Okay.
The European champion was Steve Blackman.
How do you think that looks for it?
The Intercontinental champion
That looks passable.
was Gangrel.
Okay. Now.
And
Okay.
my World Heavyweight champion was D'Lo Brown.
You definitely. Were on some
I had to
crack.
be drunk that night 2 years ago.
I think you were on some crack. Yeah,
I
that's
think I
not
was
supposed-
drunk. Yeah, because you have to be in the top 5 in that game to get a
Can
title
we
shot,
change
and I
his
looked.
hometown, is it, or is that his default one?
What?
There's no way you can change his hometown other than making him a custom guy, right?
Yeah.
They gotta implement that.
I'm afraid to load up SmackDown 2 on PS1 because I remember who the champions were at that one when I played it last, and I'm like, if I go back, I'm sure I'm gonna be like, what was I thinking?
Imagine what would happen if those games from that era ran while you were not playing ran like a Tamagotchi or a Pokemon. Or,
Oh shit, if that's the case, then I already know what would happen in
Mother
SmackDown
Earth or
2.
whatever fucking games like that. Just imagine what kind of shit happened when you next loaded up.
Oh, if that's the case, I already know who would be dominating SmackDown
wait.
2, the group faction I called the Law Enforcements. Big Boss Man was the heavyweight champion. IC champion was Kurt Angle. The tag team champions were Crash Holly and Boy Buchanan. European champion was Stevie Richards. Hardcore champion was Chris Benoit, and the light heavyweight champion was Dean Malenko.
Well, a few of those names are okay. Alright, so before we continue,
Well,
I think before we continue, we gotta do something. We gotta decide on what's the first, if we're gonna share a pay-per-view, or if we're running our own.
Well, certain pay-per-views we should have to share.
And what is gonna be the first pay-per-view?
Overall.
No, the first overall pay-per-view. Is it gonna be a solo pay-per-view, or is it gonna be a combined one?
What do you think?
I think if it's the first pay-per-view, it should be a combined one, and then.
Well, I
Other
don't
than
think
the
it should be
Big Four.
Backlash.
Well, I don't think it should be Backlash either. I think there's probably something better we can use than Backlash as the first pay-per-view of the year. And I don't think it should be the first week of the month either.
Yeah, that's definitely true too. Should probably be the last week.
It's
Or at
Shao
least
Kahn
the middle
versus
of the
Shao
month.
Kahn.
Shao Kahn versus Shao Kahn? My money's on Shao Kahn.
Oh, holy shit! A wild mayhem has appeared. Where's my Pokeball?
Man, my asshole is burning.
That's what happens when you get
guys,
fucked
what's
by a
up?
pig.
Huh? What do you mean?
I don't know why you go fucking pigs. I don't know what's going on.
It's nice to know that mayhem's still alive in the great state of Texas.
Finally,
The Mayhem.
a fight between each.
So how have you been, Mayhem? We haven't seen or heard from you in months. We thought you died.
For that, you
No, you haven't.
I
will-
talk to me last week.
Why did you download the WWE
Actually,
Network in your
wasn't that like a few days ago?
Yeah, I was in that party too.
Because Doug wanted an in-your-house pay-per-view.
So why did you do in your house instead of WWE Network in your house?
I didn't create it.
Remember, I had weird pay-per-views.
Halloween Havoc, obviously.
Well, Halloween Havoc's okay, the logo's fine.
Well, Mayhem, how have you been?
Pretty good.
That's
We do
wonderful to hear.
Payback, we could do Mayhem.
Hey, Matt. You know how on PC you can get servers and stuff like that? Well, I got banned from a server, and what do you think I did to get banned from a server?
You posted up naked pictures of Android 18.
No, I genuinely guessed.
That is my guess.
I don't bother taking this,
I know, but Matt hasn't answered. No one else has answered except me.
You probably played a certain song or played a certain sound from your soundboard.
No, I did not. It's something I typed into the chat. Like the little thing.
And that would be...
I typed in, how many tickets do you faggots have? And I got instantly banned for that.
Yeah, you can't do shit like that.
I can't say faggot? That's so intolerant. I wasn't calling gay people faggot, I was calling people faggot.
No, you can't play.
And if it's wrong to call other people gay, then I guess people are really intolerant, so...
You just described the entire state of California.
What are you doing here?
Going ahead. And
He's making our lives better.
or rearranging the pay-per-view so it's not like a week or two like a week after that one.
I gotta try to get in the top 10 before I go to bed tonight.
Why do you just import the settings from that?
I don't think I could.
Yeah, you don't go to download, you go to what's already in there.
Game really wants it to be WrestleMania. No, it won't let me.
What the hell? It does it on mine.
I need to put Mayhem in Mortal Kombat 11. I know which one I'll give Mayhem. We'll make Mayhem the bug bitch.
I'll do it later. And really, dog?
Well, yeah. Makes the most sense to make him the boy the bug bitch.
Yeah, I need to edit this entire show. Let's see. Pro Championships. Movie Clown.
You suck.
Let's see.
Look at that pretty amount of blood coming out of Liu Kang's head. Don't worry, children. It's not real blood. It's actually
Oh my god.
sloppy.
I don't think you can delete that, can you?
Oh my! Delete this.
You
If I could change who it does.
You can change, but you can't delete it.
You can't delete. Delete. Delete.
Oh my god.
Why is 45 saying, "Oh my god"? Are you finally with a woman?
Cole Quinn.
No, it's nothing. It's there's just this one guy who's named Rob Kraft. You know Robert. You know the whole Robert Kraft situation.
Yeah.
Guess where the hell this guy was from? The Rob Kraft.
Where?
Florida.
Florida.
I
It's
just
such
found
a lovely place.
I didn't know that. I didn't know Robert Kraft team that plays baseball.
Baseball.
I don't know who I should have talked.
Which, by the way, don't forget the All-Star game is coming up. I will be watching it, so I usually try to watch all the All-Star games, excluding the NFL, because the NFL one's anyway that doesn't mean shit.
Like nails on a chalkboard.
Oh, Jericho talk.
To be fair, all All-Star games aren't shit.
Well, the Major League Baseball one used to mean something until they got rid of what made it special.
Yeah, they're all shit. Because the baseball one, the only thing that made it special was the home run derby, and that's not unfortunately.
Well, that's not what I meant. Remember, it used to be whoever won the All-Star game, they had home field advantage in the postseason in the World Series, but they got rid of that because they said that wasn't fair. Because I'm like, yes, it was, because it proved that
Is
if
it your main event title match, or is this your mid card one?
This is gonna be my mid card one because I'm moving. I'm gonna do the world title at Mayhem.
Are you gonna do the world title at someone's house?
Yes, at Mayhem's house. They're gonna. It's gonna be like Texas street fight since it's in Texas.
God bless you.
So they're gonna shoot each other.
How is shooting like a street fight? Come on. I need you. We'll get with the program.
If it's Chicago, if it's an actual Chicago street fight, it would.
No, it's still not a street fight. Like the whole
I
word
know.
street fight is right in there. If it was a gun fight, then yeah, agreed.
You got a part of Heartless and Fire Ninja. They're busy trying to figure out how to make their brands work on Raw and SmackDown.
Oh, I know how to make my brand work. Trust me, I know
So do
exactly
I.
how to make it work.
Me and Moth will
But
be
the
the
first
decision of
pay-per-view
that.
is Mayhem.
Looks like up next I take on the lovely but deadly Katana, who's my mom's favorite character. And by the way, it was my mom's birthday yesterday, so happy late birthday to her.
that one, I guess. No.
What's with that pose, dude?
I'm gonna have another
I don't know.
new Steam name.
The game did.
Dr. Cum Daddy.
Oh goodness.
Really?
No,
Just...
you know what I'm gonna call it? I am the milkman.
Mauve said it could be like when Stone Cold broke into Brian Pillman's house, which that was kind of great, but then unfortunately nowadays when you look back at it, it's like, yeah, no one was really gonna get murdered.
I
But
had all shouldn't even custom ones show up.
then yet again, you gotta remember that one night when Kane set somebody on fire and they were dumb enough to say this is a stunt. I'm like, yeah, that just kill kayfabe even more.
Decades ago.
So like, no one's streaming, right?
I'm streaming.
Doug is.
Okay, I almost said something stupid.
Hey, you know, it's alright, man. Trust me, I don't have that signed contract like almost everybody else does on like the big name guys on YouTube.
I know, but I almost said that I did a thing where I go say, I say, oh, it's just a piece of paper that says knit bag.
Who else? In this match.
Round 2, fight.
So you're booking Undertaker as an
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah, but you've got young Undertaker. You don't have old Undertaker.
That is true, but just for the time being.
Why is he gonna turn old after a month?
I'm not talking about age.
Yeah, like just for the time being, he's gonna be
I meant in the mid card.
You know what you're doing. I don't think you know what you're doing.
I never know what I'm doing.
I do kind of want to swap Taker. I do want him to compete tonight, but I don't know against who.
Okay, Katana, can you stop being a bitch? Thank you. My brutality.
So what are you doing on Mortal Kombat? Are you just doing random exhibitions? Or
I'm doing Towers of Time.
Oh.
That's one of my big channel features because that's what I did a lot on MKX, was a lot of the living towers and everything.
Man, why is there so much incest anime?
I just like the fact we go from talking about Mortal Kombat 11 to that.
Is Japan the Alabama of the intercontinental,
Yes, it is.
place? Man, I should visit that place someday.
Alright, that's Mayhem, everybody.
Sweet Home Alabama plays in the background.
Sweet Home Alabama, Mayhem's coming to see you. Hide your cousins / sisters.
Oh, Mayhem, we should tell a story.
Mayhem needs to be there for Use Your Words nights.
Why is there so many promos?
Why is he on your brand? He's not on your brand.
Roman was the show closer. He wasn't supposed to be there either.
Stop stealing my talent.
That's the game doing it, not me. Who do I have to use that for?
Oh man, I'm an emotional wreck. Someone please kill me.
No, we're not gonna cure you. We're gonna let you live.
See, I feel like every time I say that, I want to die. God's extending my life every 2 years.
I told you
And if
before,
I keep
Mayhem,
saying it,
if you want to die, you gotta hope the Cleveland Browns win the Super Bowl. Because then we're all gonna die.
you know what? If they win the Super Bowl, I predict the world will end in the next 10 years.
Wait. There's only... I only have 5 matches tonight, really?
There's more than 5 matches. Keep going. 1.
No, there
2,
isn't.
3. Yeah, 5. Yeah.
Man, I was about to say, you only have 5 matches? I don't think it's enough to start a 5.
Yeah, it's because of the stupid promos. It's forcing me to have a lower amount of matches.
That's not Monday Night Raw, that's WCW Pro Worldwide.
And you can't.
Get rid of it.
That's one reason I stopped playing, because I don't like sitting through fucking promos.
Now I have to choose someone that's not so Thrones to I probably want to do. Follow up.
Round 2.
I want.
Honestly, just remove the person who has a promo from the show.
Oh, there was a share play. Share play is over.
So I guess the rest of the card will be a surprise.
Yeah, the surprise is Seth Rollins goes up on Raw. That's a wild card going on already.
No.
Like, I'm calling you out.
The only wild card is due to the women's tag team titles. That is it.
Goodbye, Jax.
What are you being upset for? It's so nice. I'm nice for family.
I don't know what, depending if you get Jackie Briggs' ending, she doesn't.
Storyline.
She's forgiven and she's like, oh, I almost kill myself.
Pretty much that's what she does. She's like, well, to save my father and make him happy, I'm gonna erase myself from the timeline by making sure he doesn't become evil. I'm like, dumbass bitch! And before somebody says, oh, spoiler warning, Doug, the game's been out now for a few months, so if you haven't seen the endings at this point, that's not my fault.
Doug, how dare
First
you?
step
I've
of
never
world
finished the
domination
game.
should
I've
be,
never completed the game, Doug. I am very disappointed in you.
The
You
game
ruined the
came out
for
in
me.
April. It's now July.
I don't care. I still don't own it. Still haven't played it. You ruined the game for me. I'm never gonna buy it now.
Oh wow,
You
Game
play
Boy.
that another
Well, then
round,
he's
so.
really gonna hate when we get to this weekend when you and me give our best and worst top 5 fatalities and endings.
Master Chef Gordon Ramsay dies at the end of Infinity War.
Yeah, that sucks. Who's gonna cook for us now and yell at us that we're dumb donkeys?
Oh, don't worry.
Don't worry,
Shrek
it's back.
takes
If you
control
watch
in
Endgame,
Endgame.
Oh god,
Why does
stop
that
it.
make so much
Mayhem,
sense so
just
that Shrek
stop.
takes over?
No, shut the hell up,
I
Doug.
thought it was the tick.
Doug, don't encourage him.
Why? I like to encourage insanity.
Stop it.
I don't want to stop it. I want the torture to be forever and ever.
Johnny, you command Doug. Tell him to stop.
Come to my face and say it, Johnny, because if you do, I'll make you do the one thing that no one likes to do when I'm mad at them. Smell my feet. You become Gene Snitsky.
What? What?
What the fuck is this?
You must destroy
What's
all.
going on?
By the way, I've been drinking since I've been out of the house. When I dinner tonight, I've had like 4 beers and 3 shots of vodka.
I don't know
So
anymore.
you're not dealing with Doug. You're dealing with Brother Drunko.
Dealing with an idiot.
I think I'd rather deal with Brother Love.
Wow, DeVore is really an asshole in this match.
That's who I forgot to sign, by the way. Oh well.
Brother Love.
Yeah, why? You don't like Brother Love?
Well, I
There was
mean,
no
you
like
Brother
can
Brother
Love,
as
there'd be
time
no
goes.
Undertaker.
Well, I mean, you can as time goes on.
Time goes on.
And on.
La-di-da.
Charlotte Flair can stay the hell away from the title.
It's official. You
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts.
suck.
Computer will fix that fucking thing after one day.
2 seconds later, Charlotte wins
And
the
I'll keep
24/7
fixing
title
that.
on Raw.
Why? So she could be...
So she can break her daddy's record.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be on Raw soon.
Oh man, since I've had that issue, I went from 269 subscribers to 265. Man, I gotta get back to. I was trying to hope I would finally hit 270 at least this year, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Unless you force all of your friends to subscribe and watch this crazy channel.
Or don't.
Fuck you.
I'm
What time to play as
just
Pepsi, man?
stating something that is a potential answer.
You should love my channel, because it brings people together. It brings happiness to the world.
How does it bring happiness to the world? You just told people to smell your feet.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, there's actually a website that women go to where they can just look and lick men's feet.
And why would you know this?
Hold on. That's that website, Doug? You're on YouTube. Completely different sites.
Okay, here's the thing. I haven't signed the contract with YouTube to where I'm censored. I can say what I want and not get in trouble.
Yeah, but you just finished saying your site is to bring people together, but you're telling people to smell your feet.
Because there's maybe people out there who like to smell people's feet. And there are people out there like that.
You've given up.
And Doug is one of them.
No, I only know about that website because of the fact I have a friend in college.
My
Named
friend in
Doug.
college being him.
No, that was actually how he was making money, and he was getting $1,000 to be on the website to model his feet. So I'm like, that's not bad money, $1,000 a night.
To take pictures of your feet? Huh?
Yeah, it's like, damn.
But then you gotta justify and think about it. What's going on when people see your feet? Yeah.
Who
no.
cares about that? That's
No, the money's
money.
not worth that much. No. It's like that's like the straight models in Playgirl and shit. Like no.
At least we have the intelligence of Heartless.
Well, Hollis is from Canada. They probably don't have any weird porn.
We don't have any weird what? Weird porn?
Yeah.
Are you high or something? Like you definitely gotta be high. When it comes to that
Hey,
subject
Scorpion,
matter,
stop being a
you're like,
dick.
it's the list is like Netherlands, Iceland, Greenland, and then Canada. For that type of material.
Scorpion, you are an asshole.
Like when there are people who have fetishes for beavers, the legit beavers, not the
You know
slimy
what the funny
beavers.
thing is, I'd like to point out Fire Ninja and 45, they're not old enough for these conversations. You're welcome.
Well, it's okay. It's fetish subject matter, not into offensive matter.
Yeah, see,
Doug would love.
that's something that Giant Vibrator should have learned.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes you feel like it, sometimes you don't. That's all you can do.
Scorpion, get out of Quan Chi's dang thing. It's time for you
I
to
just heard
die.
someone scream like they just took a shit.
That's because it was Scorpion, because Scorpion's dead.
Why are you killing Scorpion for? Scorpion's like the best character.
Because he dissed
The most
Pepsi Man.
iconic character for the series.
You don't diss Pepsi Man Baraka.
Baraka's like the worst character ever, man. Like, why are you playing as Baraka?
Because I actually like Baraka. Plus, he's Pepsi
Yes,
Man.
no.
He's the mascot for Pepsi now.
Baraka's the mascot for Pepsi.
Yes, in my Mortal Kombat universe, he is the mascot for Pepsi.
I'm just gonna go and take this screwdriver and shove them into my eyes, and I'll be back.
Wait, no, wait, you see, Baraka's dressed in blue. So it makes perfect
I'll be back.
sense.
I have to update my system.
Oh, he's gonna get the update that kills the system.
Tarkatan, which is it?
Walter's gonna come back to
Cotton.
the other system.
I honestly
Hey,
don't
even
think
Johnny
it was
Cage
the
is even
update,
dressed
to
as
be honest.
Pepsi Man now. Why is everybody trying to steal Baraka's business?
Doug, you just see the color blue and white or red and white, and you're gonna be like, oh, it's Pepsi.
No, if it's red and white, I'm gonna be like, it's Mountain Dew Whiteout.
The white, the mountain, all Mountain Dew is bad.
How dare you diss the motherland of Mountain Dew?
What's next? You're gonna say Dr. Pepper's good, Doug? Come on. Come on.
I actually do like the Dr. Pepper Darkberry.
Nah, that kind
Why? It literally just tastes like Dr. Pepper, and then there's like an aftertaste of a berry.
You know what I don't, since you brought up berry, what I don't mind for berry flavors, which I don't see it often in the convenience store, is crushed berry. And it just tastes like blueberry. It's like drinking a slushie without the ice. I don't mind. But as for Dr. Pepper, not a fan, never was. If I'm gonna drink any kind of beverage that's made by the same process as root beer, I'm just gonna drink root beer.
I'm drinking A&W right now.
Well, I do have some Pennsylvania Dutch Butch beer that I'm probably going to be drinking here in a little bit.
Dutch beer? Is that what you just said? Or is it Pennsylvania beer?
Pennsylvania Dutch Butch beer. It's root beer pretty much, but it's from Dutch.
Got alcohol?
No, it's not even alcohol. It's a root beer, but it's done from at Pennsylvania Dutch, which is like a theme park. It's very good tasting root beer. It's popular in Pennsylvania.
Because when you say Dutch, I'm thinking it's gonna split the bill with you or something.
Hey look, Mayhem didn't have his system just kill itself.
Wah, wah, wah.
I think what happened, Doug, what really killed you is you did the update during the blackouts. I think that's what killed it.
No, because here's the thing. The update was already on there before the blackouts.
Yeah, but I've had this update since the first day it came out, and I haven't had no problems with my save files.
Well, yeah, here's the thing, and this is why I did research and I said it in my video. It wasn't affecting every PlayStation 4. It was only affecting certain ones. That's why there's people who said they didn't even know that this was happening, and then there's people who have gone on Twitter and YouTube like myself complaining, and I finally got a hold of Sony today to say, hey, that update 6.71 messed up and I had to erase everything, because I couldn't get a hold of them Friday. You would pretty much be waiting an hour, and then Saturday it was like, oh, it would be a 3-hour wait. You get a hold of them today, they're like, well, yes, we do know some people have had issues with 6.71 and having to go to the website and using a jump drive. All we can say is we apologize for the inconvenience of everything having to be erased and having to download and install everything again. In better words, PlayStation is being its usual self.
Not doing anything.
Correct. And
like
from what
always.
You know, I think on my friends list, I think like of all of them, I think me and like 10 other people got messed up by this. There was like so many people on Twitter blasting Sony though. It was like me and Wicked, we were laughing at, we were kind of laughing and cringing at the same time because of all these craziness. And we actually had one video that called Sony, and I quote,
going crazy.
F these N mothers. I have a PS4 Slim and a PS4 Pro and 6.71. The update has jail locked them. I got lucky to where I just erased my data. Some were getting jail locked.
No, it's got a buzzing back feedback.
That's probably because it's charging.
I know a lot of people actually, somebody even went on Twitter, who I've been knowing for years, said he traded his PS4 in because he didn't want to restart all these games again. Granted, he said he's just going to go to Nintendo, which I'm like, Nintendo will have the same thing eventually.
I wouldn't go to Nintendo. I mean, the Switch, there's some cool features about Switch, but I don't like the library at all. I'm gonna buy a Switch to play the same games I can play on Xbox, or I'm gonna buy a Switch to play Mario in every possible game. No.
Yeah, it's me charging.
I said before, if I ever get another big console that's not a Sony, I'd probably go with the Switch just because of the fact that there's only really like one game on Xbox I want, and that's Killer Instinct. Other than that, there's really nothing else I want on Xbox.
What about Dead Rising 3?
Gears of War.
Dead Rising. I got Dead Rising 4 on PS4.
3.
I don't really need 3.
There's Dead Rising, there's Gears of War. There's
Gears of War I've never liked.
Halos.
I played Gears of War and I felt bored by that, but then I'm not a big shooter fan.
Well, you don't like chainsawing people?
If I want chainsaw people, I can do that in a stage of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, but this is a game where you can chainsaw people through multiple games, not just one level.
Ooh-wee. Still not enough to make me want to go buy it and play it, because I didn't like the first Gears.
Maybe you should watch the story. Because if you watch the story of the first one, maybe you'll get it.
Now, I played the first one and I saw a friend Let's Play it. I actually fell asleep at his house while he played it because I was like, this is boring as crap.
It's different watching somebody when you're at someone's house than watching something on. Because when you're at a friend's house watching someone play, you're bored out of your fucking mind because you'd rather be playing that game, and then like you just watch them play. Oh.
Again, well, here's the thing. Everybody knows me. I don't like shooters. I don't even like. I hate Call of Duty. I hate Battlefield.
You did not like.
Oh yeah, well those are
hate.
games.
Yeah, but you also did not hate Modern Warfare.
That was because I was playing with you guys. If I was playing with randoms, I probably would have still been on the hate train. Because remember, the only reason I was having fun is because I was playing against the friends.
Well, that's like any game, though.
Not really, no.
Game.
I have fun playing against randoms in Mortal Kombat and
the...
Tekken and Street Fighter and Marvel vs. Capcom.
But my point is, you could take the worst game ever made, and if it has multiplayer and you're playing with it with your friends, it doesn't fucking matter how bad the game is.
I'm gonna start Raw now.
Give me a second. I'm gonna go have a quick break before you start it. Because apparently we're supposed to be doing commentary.
Yeah.
I'll try to make I'll try to end my stream after I'm done with this tile with Baraka.
Because I've played some really bad games.
Oh, I have too.
And some of these bad games, I've seen how certain games could be really fun to play with people that you get along with, or even people you don't get along with. And games like that, as bad as they are, can bring people together a lot better than the United States and the war on fucking terrorism.
Trying to beat up Jackson, and this tower's done. Here's the thing, because I've told people I'm not a big shooter fan. I've never been a part of that shooting franchise. I know some people say, well, Resident Evil's a shooter. I'm like, that's more survival horror / survival action. That's not where you just... Granted, I don't like the versus options in Resident Evil either. Is it mostly just becomes who gang up on one person.
To be fair, Call of Duty is all first person and Resident Evil is third person. So there is a difference. You can't just say when someone says, "Oh, you don't like Call of Duty? You play Resident Evil?" No, they're not saying it's different games.
And also different controls depending on which Resident Evil you play.
That is also true with the Resident Evils.
Yeah, that's another thing that pisses me off about the Resident Evil games. Every game they change the fucking control point. Every fucking game. Why?
Granted, I've said before, the only Resident Evil Online game I liked was Resident Evil Outbreak. Because that actually had a few good twists, fun stuff to do with it. Granted, a lot of people didn't buy the Outbreak games, which is unfortunate.
It didn't help that it came out for the PlayStation 2 when their online system was shit.
Well, yeah, that was its issue. Granted, you know, I actually got it to work, and I think there's actually still a dedicated server for it, but it's in Japanese. You have to have the Japanese one.
Yeah, that's what his Outbreak. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't fantastic either. You know, it didn't hit it out of the park. It was more of like a ground rule double.
Yeah, for me, I've told people the Outbreak series, I have it in my top 10 cult classics on PS2 because to me, it's a cult classic because not a lot of people bought it or didn't enjoy it, but to me, I still go back and play it once a week just because I like the fact there's so many ways you can end a stage and the AI can sometimes help you and sometimes be a bitch.
Okay, so you bring up cult games. Before I leave, I'm going to ask you one question, and the question is this. Have you played the Rambo game?
The PS3 Rambo game?
Yes.
I have played that, and I've told people it is one of those games, because it's done as a rare shooter, so it's not the worst rare shooter I've ever played. But oh dear god, are the controls fucking terrible with the controller. I would probably have it in there as, not as a cult game, but if you can't get House of the Dead, it's a good alternative, but that's not really saying much.
It's so bad.
It is bad. I know some people have it as the worst movie tie-in game, which to me is like, oh hell no, there's far worse movie tie-in games.
Oh, it's on that list of worst movie tie-in.
Oh, it is, but I wouldn't have it at number 1. I'd have it maybe at like number 8, number 7, but nowhere near number 1.
I don't know. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is pretty high up there.
I would have to say the worst one is probably the Iron Man game on PS3.
That the same one that was on the Xbox?
Yeah, Xbox 360, yeah. And the Superman Returns film, that was god-awfully bad. Granted, the two that I enjoy that a lot of people hate was the Captain America PS3 game, because I actually thought that was pretty good. A lot of people passed on it because, you know, of how bad Thor and Iron Man was, but I'm like, that was actually fun. The story actually tied into the movie, and the voice acting was good, the story was good. I didn't like the challenge mode, but everything else was good. And, you know, the Green Lantern game, a lot of people passed on it because of how bad the film was, but the game was pretty decent. Not 4 or 5 stars or anything, but it was a 3-star game. You know, it was something you could at least be saying, hey, it's not a pile of crap. It's like watching the Oakland Raiders. You'll have some entertainment for a little while.
Until the Raiders win the Super Bowl this year.
If that happens, I'll
like
die of
watching
laughter.
old people play some kind of card game.
Yeah, that too. And that's gonna do it for the Mortal Kombat 11 stream, guys. You'll probably see me stream, hopefully, the prototype of more Mortal Kombat tomorrow. Until then, I probably will be trying out one of the new fighting games I picked up at Too Many Games, what is supposedly the worst fighting game ever made, called No Sin. I'll find out for myself. Does it top War Gods as the worst fighting game I own and play? And it is, by the way, if you've never played War Gods, be motherfucking thankful. Until next time, have a good night, and I'll see you real soon.